Arguably, 2023 is one of the best years for gaming, and I know some of you may disagree, but there is no doubt we have got and getting some incredible games. Hogwarts Legacy, Final Fantasy XVI, Spiderman, Lord of the Rings Gollum. Sorry, it was a typo. Forspoken. Wait, what?
I just move shit with my freaking mind!
In this video, I want to predict what I think my favorite games will be from this year. All of these games will be a must play for anyone who has a PS5. But before that, I need to shoot back out, so, me and Els gotta go.
So why don't you start, Els?
I just think when he's not playing PlayStation, he's not all there. He's just not there.
And Anton, what is your response?
Well, I just don't get how they don't release a physical disc for a collector's edition. It's a joke. May the Force be with
These are in no particular order, but you can make your own judgment. Recently, the DLC to Horizon Forbidden West came out, and I wasn't expecting too much from this. Traveling towards this alternate version of LA to investigate a lead from Silence, aka Lance Reddick, may he rest in peace. She's investigating one of the Zeniths that had escaped, and they are planning something that will cause the world to end. Again. Yes, you need to complete the main story to Forbidden West to activate this quest and also have a PS5. I cannot remember the main story looking this good. The characters, the environments, this is one of the best boss fights I've ever come up against. You get a cool new weapon, new cosmetics, and if you like Forbidden West, this is definitely worth a play. There is also a nice touch with Lance Reddick where you can actually see a monument with his name on it, and it's pretty touching that they added this into the game. I've done a full video on this, so you might want to check that out. I've spoken about Alone in the Dark before, and this is one of my games for 2023 that I am really looking forward to. This was a game that was released back in 1992, all the way back on the PS1. The game looks insane. Its lighting, its environment, the sounds. And they have put a hell of a lot of effort in this game. God knows how much this game cost to make. I was trying to search it up because they've got some famous actors in this game. David Harbour and Jodie Comer. You get to choose between these two characters, so there's a lot of replayability because I assume the game will be slightly different and the events that happen with each of these characters. We will be returning to Dakota where the first game was based, and it looks like Edward is haunted by a young girl whilst Emily is trying to work out why her uncle has disappeared. These two characters will meet at some point in the game, so it's going to be interesting to see their interaction and what happens. Over the shoulder view, fighting monsters, figuring out puzzles. If you love Resident Evil, which I do, this is a game I cannot wait to play, but I reckon it's going to deliver. Maybe. Avatar Frontiers of Pandora. What can I say about this game? I can tell you what I said in a previous video, which I was excited about, but it's first person. It was supposed to come out the same time as the movie. I don't think it's coming out this year. Yeah, it turns out I was wrong. Originally, I wasn't excited for this game, and now that I've really looked at the gameplay that we got shown at the Ubisoft event, my mind is starting to change. Whilst I'm thinking this looks like a typical Ubisoft game, which it is, where you infiltrate bases, take them over to rebuild Pandora, it feels like this is a little bit like a Far Cry skin. But then I was thinking, I actually really enjoyed the Far Cry game, and it's in Pandora, so I probably will enjoy this game. And what else is cool, we get to experience this game in first person. I really wish it was in third person because you're a flipping avatar. I wouldn't mind seeing my character. And even though at some points in the game you do go into third person view, I do believe when you're flying your mount or riding your mount, at least we get to see them a little bit. It just feels a bit wasted. The story is quite catching where you are abducted along with other Na'vi children by humans and they force to teach you the ways of the humans. 15 years later, it is up to you to save your homeland. The colors just look incredible. The plants, it looks mesmerizing how good this game looks. You will learn to fly whilst customizing your mount and learn how to hunt, upgrade your gear, save animals that are affected by the RDA. You will learn different fighting styles with longbows, guns and rocket launchers, or if you want you can use your traditional Na'vi weapons like the bow or or Far Cry weapons. And what is cool is that you can play co-op mode with one other person, so please Ubisoft, don't mess this up. Immortals of Aveum, another game I've spoken about, and I'm really excited for this game. I feel like I'm sold on this game and I just want to experience this game. I feel like the game has so much potential and I love the first person magical aspect of this game. Graphics, the character models, it's made in Unreal Engine 5.1, which is so evident, whatever that means, but it looks great. We have Abby Zilla in the game, or her cousin.
Hey, I got you guys protein shake.
Awesome, I love protein.
I know you love protein. I love protein too.
You join the elite order of battle mages to save the world from the edge of the abyss. Aveum is divided into 5 kingdoms, and these kingdoms have been fighting over the control of magic for years. The conflict has resulted in 2 kingdoms remaining, and the hate continues to grow. The combat looks like there is a lot going on, but you can master 3 colors of magic. Sorry about that. Blue Force Magic, Red Chaos Magic, and Green Life Magic. The red is best suited for close combat and explosive attacks. Blue is bolt-based spells that reach over a long range, and green is for mobile combat. If this game comes out polished, this will be a great win because it's EA and it's hit or miss really. You can't really predict these things. But come end of the year, I reckon this game will be up there for me. Now, what can I say about Dead Island 2? A polished game that runs beautifully at 60 FPS, and there is only positivity about this game. Where do you hear this nowadays? You probably thought I was drinking. This game is just simply fun, with a story that is so comedic with goofy characters and missions. I honestly think that a post-apocalyptic world would be exactly like this. A girl on a roof wanting someone to take care of zombies whilst she gets it on her camera for social media so she can get plenty of likes. That's pretty much the day we live in.
Hey, super fam! It's about time! I was starting to think all my followers were bots.
But you get to pick between 6 characters, with each having different perks and certain abilities. And even though you get some really cool guns in the game, the melee weapons is where it is at. The pure carnage in this game is hilarious. The different zombies in the game, there are characters from The Last of Us Part 2.
I know you love protein. I love protein too.
Yeah, protein rocks.
Imagine I saw a zombie in today's world. Jesus! Sorry, I was joking. Alan Wake 2, a sequel that I'm excited for because you can't buy the physical disc. To be honest, am I really that shocked? Not really anymore, because it looks like we're going to an all-digital world, but it really does piss me off. Apart from that, Alan Wake 2 will introduce another protagonist with Saga Anderson, an FBI agent, and Alan is trapped in a nightmarish version of New York City since the events of the first game. He attempts to rewrite his reality and escape this alternate dimension. It's hard to say how these 2 characters will meet, but she is investigating a string of murders in the Pacific Northwest. Not sure where the story is going to go with here, but how good the storytelling was from the first game. I was so impressed. It was so engaging. I did not get bored once. I could imagine with the PS5 and current gen consoles, along with that storytelling, I think this is going to be one of my favorite games. One of my favorite, because there's so many, and I'm going to be broke. A single-player horror game that was loved by so many people back on the PS3, Dead Space Remake, is another perfect game. Never played the original. It felt so damn smooth with its movement, weapons, and exploring the Ishimura, a huge planetary mining ship that has gone silent. You play as Isaac Clarke, a crew member looking to investigate and help repair whatever has gone wrong. They have added new areas to explore which couldn't be before, and also certain missions have been upgraded for the better. The way you can upgrade your weapons, just simply explore, there's jump scares. Yeah, if you want a single player game, you need to play this game with headphones. I played Cyberpunk quite a long time ago, but now it seems that the game is in a much more polished state. So it does get me excited to play the DLC, which is coming soon, Phantom Liberty. I'm trying to do a video here. I really want to try and replay the game before the DLC comes out, but not sure how I'm going to do that with all these games. We explore a new district in Night City in the southern western block of the map, and supposedly it is the most dangerous part of Night City. It is described to be a spy thriller expansion, so I can imagine stealth missions, espionage sort of gameplay at times. There's a new cast of characters, especially with this one, Idris Elba, who looks like a badass in this DLC. There's also going to be some new music or a new radio station in the game, and the music was so good in Cyberpunk. I believe it's around $24.99 or $34, I believe. So it's, yeah, listen, it's not that expensive. And I reckon this will be such a big expansion. Look at the Witcher DLC. Now, I'm taking a risk on this one because Assassin's Creed Mirage is coming very soon. And I loved the original games with Ezio Auditore, Altair. And because it's gone back to its roots, I do think I'm going to love this game. And because I'm excited for this, I ended up pre-ordering the collector's edition.
What was that?
Nothing. It's a good thing she doesn't watch any of these videos. The amount of money I've been spending. Good thing she doesn't watch any of these videos. The amount of money I've been spending.
That little shit.
Everything got me excited to play this game, whilst keeping very cautious. Being an assassin, infiltrating buildings, using stealth and planning, smoke bombs, being able to teleport between enemies and assassinate them. Wait, what? That's the only thing that really did put me off the game. It feels a bit lazy that you're doing all this normal assassin stuff and all of a sudden he's teleporting between enemies. Hoping and predicting I will love this game. And the story, playing as Basim, if you haven't played Valhalla, I recommend doing so because it's very important that you know who Basim is, even though this is years before the events of Valhalla. Are you excited for Mirage? Let me know.
Thank you so much.
Now, a game that didn't come out this year, but I did start playing it this year. I have to mention it because this is the games I've played in 2023, and that is The Last of Us Part 1. Anyone who loves the first game, you have to experience it on the PS5. I still love this relationship between Joel and Ellie. This storyline is still one of my favorite games of all time, with the upgraded graphics, character models, improved AI enemies, animations when upgrading guns. Yeah, there isn't much improvement from the PS4 version, but this is still the best way to experience this game. When shooting enemies, the gore system. You must play this game. And then if you do play Last of Us Part 2, let me know what you think. I loved it. I don't want to play golf. Earlier this year, you guys convinced me to play Days Gone, and how the hell did it take me this long to play this game? Arguably, the story isn't as deep as The Last of Us, but there's something about this game that is so unique, even though it's the same post-apocalyptic infection, the incredible open world feel to this game, the fact that you're a biker playing as Deacon St. John, a generic... Never mind. He is a wicked character, from exploring detailed houses to gather supplies, ammo, complete missions and side missions in different camps to earn credit and reputation so that you can then upgrade your weapons and your bike. From killing kid zombies, and some of you may feel uncomfortable with that, but you know, they're gonna eat you alive.
He's been killing newts the whole game, or you've been killing newts. I found it uncomfortable.
Now, when I experienced the hordes for the first time, oh my gosh, the adrenaline rush in my veins, I was so on edge. And this is just, the way it made you feel was incredible. The sheer satisfaction when I did manage to beat a horde, you will feel so proud of yourself. Will there be a Days Gone 2? Probably not, but we can only just appreciate how good this game was. Now, Resident Evil 4 Remake, another contender for Game of the Year. Damn, this game was something special. This was my favorite game back on the Nintendo Wii back in the day. Leon Kennedy is a flippin' badass with new features and gameplay. You can dodge, parry, sprint, and when you are just coming up against all of these zombies, especially in the main village at the start, this is one of my favorite beginnings of a game. This game keeps you engaged the whole way through. There are some insanely scary and hard enemies that, oh my gosh, wow, it just puts you on flipping edge. Guys, whilst I'm just waiting for my coffee, I thought I just want to say thanks for some of the lovely comments I get on some of my videos.
How dare you? You have stolen my dreams, my...
It's nice to know we can have different opinions. But anyways, as you guys know, I want to make this my full-time job one day, and we're getting there. But if you do want to support the channel, I'm over at Buy Me a Coffee, and I just want to say thank you for everyone who is supporting. Everything I get is going straight back into the business, so investing in new equipment, new courses for me to get better at my editing, all of that. If you do want to become a member, that will also help out. We've got loads of members, and what's great about that is that we can speak on Discord in our private voice chat, and I've spoken to a few of you, and it's nice to connect to some of you guys all around the world. We're worldwide. But anyways, I'm going to drink this and then I'm going to forward this so you go into the future so you can go back to the video instead of me waiting. Or is this video recorded after my whole video has been recorded? Now, another contender for Game of the Year, Hogwarts Legacy. This was one of my most anticipated games of 2023. What a game this was. If you haven't played this game, don't worry because you won't get cancelled for buying this game. Listen, I played the game and loved it and reviewed it. I'm still here. Being able to explore Hogwarts Castle and its many secrets was a dream come true. There was so much detail in this game. I spent ages just exploring and appreciating this game. The side quests were fun with deep storytelling, the extra activities such as the Merlin trials to increase your inventory capacity, and the missions and the whole storyline were just so fun. Combat was insanely good. It worked so well, and I didn't think it would. I thought it would be quite hard to have all of these spells. It works so well. I said that already. Flying around, this was easily one of my favorite games of the year, and there is so much for me to do in this game, but I do need to get back to it eventually and complete everything. You will get so many hours out of this game. In my top 3, and let's start it off with Star Wars Jedi Survivor, and let's start with the positives. This game, this sequel was ridiculous. This was such a good game. First of all, the story takes place 5 years after Fallen Order, and Cal is trying to rebuild the Jedi, and he's also wanted by the Empire. This feels like an open world game. With each world you go to, there is so much to do and explore. Rumors / activities to investigate, explore and find different weapon parts, cosmetics, haircuts, so much. Your home world of Kobo is essentially your base, where Pyloon Saloon is your safe house, and the characters you meet throughout the game, you can then talk to them and bring them back to your saloon, and there's so much dialogue and backstory. And this is one of my favorite parts of the game, was just hanging out in this saloon. You have your own DJ with different music and soundtracks that you can buy and find throughout the game, a fish tank to collect fish, mini games, a garden on top where you could find seeds throughout the game and just plant these seeds and see your garden grow. I love this game so much, except it was in its beta stage. Yeah, this game was not complete. I don't care what anyone says. Oh, it still charges full price. The frame rate and the performance and the bugs, it was just... This was a potential masterpiece just ruined by those things in the game. It was still an amazing game, but I was put off when I played that on the live stream. I do think it's better off waiting a year till it's fixed so you get the full experience. Now into the top 2, and remember this is in no particular order, but Final Fantasy XVI. What can I say about this game? Oh my gosh, was I wrong about Final Fantasy? I thought I wouldn't like this game. I've literally only scratched the surface of this game. I haven't played that long, probably around 5 to 8 hours, but I'm loving the story of Clive and this world of Valisthea. The world is divided into 6 nations, and each who hold power through access to magical crystals and dominance. Humans who act as a host to these icons, which are some ridiculously massive sort of beings. The combat isn't repetitive, or it isn't just button mashing. You do have to think about it, where a lot of people did say that it isn't. And once you get used to it, wow, it feels so good, especially when you learn how to parry, which I finally learned. But blocking, dodging, using special abilities, using Torgal, your trusty dog, to help with that. And I do believe there are more powers for me to unlock. Yes, the cutscenes are long, mostly at the start of the game, but this does set the story, so I'm okay with that because I'm invested. It's too early to tell if this is more of a problem, and I was just getting a bit like, come on, I want to play. I have only literally now changed my outfit, and wow, take a look at this. What the hell? Who the hell am I? I am freaking Clive! Kinda look like him though.
Yeah, you do with that hair.
Walk out the door, you see someone that you know and they ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really.
Now in number 1, I have pre-ordered the collector's edition to Spider-Man 2, and I thought I just had to. I had to invest the money, and it doesn't come with a disc. I wanted that statue. Now there is no telling who will get Game of the Year, but maybe Tears of the Kingdom will. Not surprised if that game doesn't get Game of the Year. Spider-Man 2 will be up there in 2023. Insomniac Games always release amazing, polished games. There is no way they will not deliver. Miles' abilities, Peter's Venom suit, and the overall story to this game, I cannot wait to experience this on live stream. I will 100% be buying a new Spider-Man outfit for when I do live stream this, because, you know, forget the other suit and the other guy that was here, Peter Pavlou. He was such a fake Spider-Man. What the hell is going on here?
It's Spider-Man!
Els, what are you doing? What do you think about the games I've mentioned? Which one do you think will be your game of the year? Make sure you drop your thoughts in the comments and let me know. Now, I know I haven't mentioned a couple of games, which is why I'm mentioning them now. I haven't mentioned Lies of P because I still haven't played the demo, but I am very interested in this game. It looks very, very promising. And even though Armored Core doesn't look like my sort of game, a lot of people are looking forward to this game. I'm not sure how I feel about it, but I had to mention it anyway because there's a lot of hype for this. And I know I haven't mentioned Diablo 4 because even though it's got amazing reviews and so many people love the game, it just doesn't seem like it is a game for me. So that is why I'm gonna pass on that. And also Baldur's Gate 3, where you can get jiggy with a bear? What? Yeah, I'm not sure about this. Well, let's take a look at the comment of the day from my previous video. 40 PS5 games out summer 2023. Shout out to Christian. Well, if you're planning to go out with your girlfriend this summer and bring your PS5 with you, you should also buy a portable screen for your PS5 or some gadget or devices for your PS5 while traveling and playing. And you know what? That is correct. If I was to go on holiday and make this my full-time job, there's no reason why me and Els can't go on holiday. But we go for like 3-4 weeks and I bring all of my gear with me and then I can work and she can enjoy the beach. Els, what do you say?
Too late, I'm going to New York.
Are we good? I really enjoyed this DLC. This is a remake from a game that was released back in the 90s. Excellent.
You'll never find anyone that will do this for you.
I know. What?
What are you saying?
What is that? Because I think that, I ended up... And because I think that... What? Oh, no! Oh, your fucking mum. What?
That little shit.
And then you're gonna look down there whilst we're dancing, and you're gonna be like, "It's Spiderman!" Yeah, you know, like on the chair. Yeah. Nice. Let's